Welcome to the Treasure Coast Market Update.
You better get fired up!
All right, guys, so we've got a really cool episode this week. We do this every single Wednesday. We do it at the same time, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, where we bring you data on this market, on the Treasure Coast market, right? So today, I want to get into a couple things, right? A couple questions that I've had a lot pop up lately, mostly from sellers, but also from buyers. So we're going to focus on the answers to these questions. And let me get over to share screen. And there we go. So you should be able to see the MLS right now. We're going to delve into a couple things, but here's the big thing that we're going to start with, right? I'm going to get to Port St. Lucie, and people are saying, man, the market is shifting. I don't know if homes are selling as fast. How long is it taking homes to sell, Joe? And instead of giving you my gut feeling or what I'm thinking, my opinion, I want to show you exactly what we're seeing over the last 30 days, right? So today is 6/15. Let's go back to 5/15, which is roughly a month ago, and we've got 559 sales. Okay, now I'm just going to look at single family homes because sometimes you'll see condos, townhouses, vacant land will be mixed in there. You'll see different times with those and everything, right? So we're just going to look at single family homes. That knocks us down to 492. And when I come into the CMA and we look at all of these numbers combined, boom, boom, boom. All right, so we're going to see this. You can see the sold price on average is 437, right? This list price average is incredibly high. Why? Because we have one property, probably incorrectly, listed for $350 million. But the sold price here is very accurate, right? So 437 is average sales prices right now. I'm going to write that down, 437, because we're going to compare that just to a couple different timelines as well, right? Looking over here at what are they actually selling for? They're selling for 100% on average of asking price. Whoops, I want to highlight this number right here. Okay, so we're getting some that are selling a little bit under, usually investment properties that need a little bit more attention, repair, updates, whatever it is. But for the most part, they're selling right around 100%. Now, are we seeing 10, 20, 30 grand over still? Yes, not quite as much. And I'm seeing a lot of the 5, 10, 15 over. I'm not seeing a lot of the 30, 40, 50 grand over. That's kind of gone away, right? So it's still incredibly strong seller's market, but sellers, it's not as strong as it was just 90 to 180 days ago, right? So how long is it taking to sell these homes? You can see right over here, the days on market is right around 13 days. I'm going to write that down as well. And I want to compare these stats, right? This 437 and this 13 days to two other time frames, okay? Two other time frames, just so we can see, and really the money isn't going to matter. The average price isn't going to matter as much a year from now, but the days on market will. So we're going to look at that, right? So next, let's go back, what I say, 90 to 120 days ago. So instead of 6, let's go back to March 15th of this year, and we'll go with a starting date of February. So we're looking mid-February to mid-March, which is roughly 90 to 120 days ago. You can see there are 505 sales, less sales than there were in the last 30 days. So sales, the number of sales has actually picked up, right? But what are the average prices and average days on market look like? Have they gone up? Have they gone down? What are they doing? I've got a good get. Oh, I got a, why? Let's see if we do it again. Use all results. Okay, now it's working. So I've got a guess. Let's make this guess just to make this a little bit fun, right? So I'm guessing prices have gone up. So I think the average price here I'm going to say is maybe 420 if it was 437 before. High 420s, 427, 428, somewhere around there. Days on market's probably less than 13 days. I'm going to guess it was 11 or 12. Probably not a big difference, but a little difference. So let's go with 11 days and 428. Where'd it go? All right, let's do it again. It's always something, man, technology. Hit view. All right, here we go. So, wow, look at this. Average sold price, $389. Down much more. So it's gone up considerably just in the last roughly 90 to 120 days, right? You can see people were averaging 101% of their ask price. So that's come down roughly 1%. And days on market was actually longer. So I was wrong, right? I was guessing it was going to be 11, 12 days. It was 18, which is higher than the 13 we've got now. So they're actually selling a little bit faster now, which surprises me. It surprises me. Okay, so let's go back. Now we're gonna do exactly the same look, but we're gonna look back a year. Okay, so it's 6/15 today. Let's look at 6/15 of 2021 with a start time of 5/15/2021. So this is the 12 to 13 months ago window. Let's see what that looked like. Again, we have 567 sales, more than both of the time frames we looked at, which is, the last 30 days and 90 to 120 days ago. I'm probably losing you guys because I'm throwing out so many numbers. But this stuff is important, right? Especially if you're looking at selling your home, especially if you're in the market to buy right now. You want to know, what is the reality? We're hearing so many things. What is the reality? So coming in, this is a year ago, you can see the average sales price was $334, right? That's compared to 90 to 120 days ago was $388, and now it's $437. So prices have gone up considerably. Again, they were averaging that 101% of asking price, which has been pretty consistent over the last 2 to 3 years. And you can see that the days on market was 16 days, right? So even back then it was 16 days. Now is the fastest selling market that we've seen over the last year. That's really impressive, right? Things are still selling. I think what we're seeing with this changing market, you're seeing sellers say, oh my gosh, I need to get on the market because I think the market is peaking and I don't want to miss out on that. So we're seeing inventory increase. That's great for buyers, right? They love it. Not so great for sellers, but great for buyers. But what we're also seeing is with rates going up, buyers who are on the fence are jumping off that fence and they're out buying right now. And you can see that with the increased amount of sales that we've had, right? So there was one last thing I was going to look at, and now I'm going to forget it because I was so engaged in this. What was it? Oh, the amount of homes on the market. So right now, let's look at actives. Right now, active in Port St. Lucie, single family homes. Let's make sure that's correct. Yes, there are 670. If you looked at this 80 days ago, right? Just under 3 months ago, 80 days ago, that number was 365. So 670 minus 365 divided by 365, the amount of homes on the market, the number of options you have as a buyer, the number of homes you're competing against as a seller has gone up 83.56% in less than 90 days. Now, I'll tell you, I do not think this is anywhere near 2008. I do not think we're going to see the crash that was involved in 2008. I don't think the financing is set up the way it was horribly set up back in 2008. It is different. But the big support behind the market is not going to tank, from everybody who said it was not going to tank, was there's so much demand and there's not enough supply. Well, we've seen demand, it's come up a little bit, but it's been pretty consistent, right? But with inventory coming up 83.56%, I can't tell you what it's done in other states and other cities in Florida, but I can tell you just in Port St. Lucie, it's gone up 83.56% in less than 90 days. That's going to change the supply and demand, okay? Now, I've been looking at it. It's just a hair under 60 days worth of inventory on the market. Anytime you got 3 to 4 months, you're looking at a neutral market. Anytime you got less than 3 months, you're looking at a seller's market. Anytime you got more than 4 months, you're looking at a buyer's market. So right now, being at about 56, 57 days, we're looking at a very strong seller's market. The thing is just 4, 5, 6 months ago, we were looking at inventories in the teens. I'm talking 18, 19 days, right? On a slower 2, 3, 4 week period, maybe we were at 20 to 25 days inventory. It was the hottest market we've ever seen. Is it still hot? Yes. But is it slowed down? Absolutely. Are the rates, right, which had jumped the other day to talk to a lender, they're changing fast, but it had jumped to that 6.25% to 6.5%. Are those still good rates? Absolutely, those are good rates, right? But they have changed. Okay, so when you look at traditional rates and they're at 9, 10, 11, 14, 17%, Is 6 a good rate? 6 a phenomenal rate, right? But we're spoiled. We've been getting 2s, 3s, and 4s for the last few years. So it's different, right? So prices have gone up. It looks like they're probably going to slow down. I don't know that they'll come down. Nobody knows, right? But they're probably, I don't know that they're not going to continue to go up, but everything I see says they're probably going to plateau. Maybe we'll get that normal 1, 2, 3% increase, but with inflation as high as it is, I have a tough time seeing prices continuing to go up double digits year after year after year, right? Incomes from people in that area just can't keep up. So guys, if you've got any questions for future videos, please just let me know. Be more than happy to answer anything you've got. Mitch Steele, not losing me at all. Feel like I'm Jordy Nelson on Wall Street listening though. That's awesome, baby. I love my numbers, folks. I am a numbers nerd. So if you enjoyed that, great. If you've got anything you want to ask in the future, let me know and we'll get those questions answered. Otherwise, I will see you next Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. You guys have a fired up day.